Just mid 1500s again. And that's a Volbeat. And it's also a Weavile. And it's also an Iron Treads. I'm definitely about to get GC'd in this match. Alright, so what to do against this? I think Great Tusk as a lead is pretty reasonable, given they've got no ground immunity whatsoever. And Volbeat I don't count as a ground resist, even though it technically is. Paired with... I think Ogerpon's not bad here as a lead. Chien-Pao's good. Primarine is pretty good. I would suspect the Volbeat has Rain Dance for the Archaludon. Not sure what the Volbeat's doing otherwise. Like, it Tail goes and Baton passes, but there's one special attacker, so I'd be surprised if that's the case. Otherwise, it generally should be Illumise. As far as I can remember between the two, Illumise has all the prankster stuff you want, apart from Tail Glow Baton Pass. There's only one special attacker, so... it's alright as a training card. It's better than nothing, I guess. But it is just mouse safe, okay. Now, you Focus Sash. Strongly prefer if you were not Focus Sash. So, like, I'm going to play as if they're not Focus Sash, and they're going to be. I should, theoretically, be able to Headlong Rush and Terra Ivy Cudgel into the Annihilate. And if they beat up, I win immediately. And if they follow me, they didn't beat up, and their Rage Fist isn't very good. And if they Protect and they're Population Bomb instead, or if they're Scarfed and they Final Gambit, okay, this is a good start. Might just be a double Protect, but that'll be fine. Nope, this is a good start. Because I'm very confident this combination of attacks will KO and Annihilate, even with Friend Guard. So I'm perfectly happy with this as a start. I'm taking that back, it was Citrus Berry. This won't KO anymore. Oh, it had to be Citrus Berry. No, and now Rage Fist is pretty active. No. That's not ideal. Now they get KO. Yeah, Citrus Berry. Of course, like I said, oh no, they Volt Up. It's fine. Like, it's the GC. You know, everything goes wrong in the GC. So now, just to be safe, I say that as they could go for Terra Ghost. They won't. How confident am I that Ivy Cudgel KOs Mousehold? Nah, I believe in Ogerpon. Mousehold's not that bulky. It should have been Superpower. It would have been a double KO here. But I believe in Ogerpon. Mousehold's not very bulky. Like so. And it wasn't Focus Sash, so I am content. I have not taken any attack drops, and I've just cleared the Mouse Ape. Very good. And then what? Archaludon loses immediately. Weavile, to be fair, is not bad. And that does get access to beat up, so they could be beating up themselves for stamina. But it's just Iron Treads. Is it booster energy speed? It's definitely booster energy. Is it speed or attack? It is speed, okay. So that should outspeed both my Pokemon here. Primarine is looking very decent. So I'll switch into it. And I will superpower the Iron Treads. I'm not too concerned about Fake Out, and it's Weavile, so it's going to Fake me because it's the GC. Regardless, I'm not too concerned because Speed Boost means you're not doing much damage with Iron Treads. Like, you know, that's really not doing damage. And this should KO. Not quite. Iron Treads' defense is pretty good. But close. And then just another ice move. Icicle Crash into Ogerpon KO. Triple Axel. Don't use Triple Axel. It's not worth it, as you've just seen. Because you need to run Wide Lens for it to be consistent. 72% to all 3 is not worth it. Therefore Wide Lens. But then you don't get Focus Sash. So not worth. Anyway, Hyper Voice. Just Superpower the Weavile. And we're perfectly fine. There goes Ogerpon. Oh well. Could have gone for Spiky Shields just to get the Spiky Shield KO. That would be funny. I don't think it matters at this point. Weavile can't beat Primarina at all. You know, that wasn't much damage at all, so. And even still, Iron Tread has been KO'd. I just outspeed in close combat to the Weavile at this point. Even if they connected and KO'd the Triple Axles, I was still perfectly fine. I simply attack and win. Cool. Now, this is the start of the proper streak. Set every time and never happens. But can hold out hope. That's back in 1600s, right? I mean, I know that's my benchmark at the moment, and it needs to be better. It needs to be better than 1600s. Like, low 1600s is bad. Or at least for someone of my experience, 1600s is not good enough. And not even 1600s at this point. They are, so I'll take that. Ah, it's another Terrakion Whimsicott. Okay. Have I figured out my game plan for that yet? Have I covered for them being Terra Poison? I mean, I can't Sucker Punch if they got Indeedee, and that's a male Indeedee. So, they're fully committing to Hyper Offense here. Let's try the same thing. Primarina is very good. They don't have Rain Dance. Whimsicott doesn't get Rain Dance, it only gets Sunny Day, so they can't Electro Shot me. And because they have Archaludon, yeah, Great Tusk is very good here if I can stall out Tailwind. If I can't, then Great Tusk is terrible here. That is a cool trainer card. Like, that's got to be my favorite so far in this GC. Ah, okay, they recognized it. So they've seen that if they beat up and get the stamina boosts, that's not good for me. But I have Sacred Sword, so I'm fine. Right, so... do I cover a Terra by going for an Ivy Cudgel? I think I still need... no, I need to KO the Whimsicott first. And I'll superpower like this way round. They should Terra the Archaludon. They don't. So this might be double KO. Like, they can't KO either Pokemon here. I take everything back. I take everything that I just said back. Like, you know, this is the GC. This always happens in the GC. But that's the point. You're supposed to best of one your opponents. That is a good best of one strategy. Like, I am in a terrible position right now. Interesting they weren't concerned with the fact that I could have been Focus Sash, like, you know, 95% of Chien-Paos are. But here we are. Gotta go into Great Tusk, because if they go into Terrakion, that will at least resist. like so. So, what's to be done now? Just double the Tracheon, I guess. Yeah, it's not ideal, but that's a pretty decent best of one strategy. Because it seems pretty obvious that they're going to go for just body press, beat up themselves, but that was probably Choice Spec Steel Beam. Might have been Assault Vest Steel Beam, actually, to be fair. No, because they don't have Electro Shot. Yeah, there's the Terra Ghost. They don't have Electro Shot because they don't have Rain, therefore they freed up the slot to have Steel Beam and be able to go for this best of one strategy, so that makes sense. Did I need to go for Terra Ground? I think I might have needed to go for Terra Ground there so that the Headlong Rush would be a KO. I don't think it is now. I mean, if I dodge a Rock Slide somewhere, then that's pretty good. If they close combat the Great Tusk, then that would have been bad regardless. But it's Rock Slide, so eliminate that with Great Tusk. Did I need to have gone for the Terra? Because if I did, I'm going to be sad. Well, I guess we'll never know, because why not? I mean, I'm still going to attempt to find out, but that was not ideal. And this is being GC'd. You know, that is absolutely a verb at this point. Getting GC'd is totally a thing, and it always happens. Yeah, I probably should have played for them just not even having Moonblast. But they did have Moonblast, so I played for it. But, yeah, I'm living the Rock Slide, right? No, I'm not anymore because I got rid of my fighting type, so it won't work anymore. Oh, no, it did. Nice. But, this is the GC, I'm not even bothering with. Like, you know, this is a game I wasn't allowed to win. You just gotta move on. I would have liked to know if Headlong Rush... Like, I can do the Calc after. I'm not going to. Out of salt. But it would have been nice to know. I'm pretty confident I'll KO this Terrakion. Like, its bulk is average. Like, my assumption... I'm taking back your best trainer card now because of that. I'm pretty sure that, like, damage intuition's pretty good at this point. I'm pretty sure that the Terra Ground would get the KO, and the not Terra would probably have just missed the KO, and I probably should have gone for the Terra Ground anyway. But if I wouldn't have done, if I'd have gone for the Terra Ground the previous turn, I'd have been taking a little bit more damage from Rock Slide and would probably been KO'd that turn. So I guess I got it the right way round, and I would have been interested to see if the Primarina would have been able to 1v2. I think it would have done based on what I think they had. So, you know, that was just a game that you can't win. Those happen in Pokemon. You just got to accept it and move on. It's just annoying when it happens, but it will. So, Hisuian Goodra is something that I haven't seen for a while. So I absolutely must bring Great Tusk. But they've got Cresselia, which could be annoying. Ogerpon is mandatory as well to taunt things. So I'm leading Ogerpon for sure. Spectre or Ogerpon is actually pretty decent here. Given that, do I actually need Great Tusk? I'm not sure I need it. I can go with Chien-Pao and Primarina here, right? I think that should be okay. The Cresselia is definitely putting me off the Great Tusk, not just because it's levitating, but also because if I get into if we get into Trick Room, we're both playing, then Great Tusk is a terrible Pokemon. It's really good out of the Trick Room, but not in the Trick Room. Hopefully I can use their Terra not on the Goodra so I can Sacred Sword it if I need. Pretty sure I've seen a similar training card to that before. Okay, this is not too bad. Because I get my Defiant. No boost to speed. Right, so therefore it is a superpower and it is a Snarl. Because if they fake out, then they're not Flare Blitzing, so it doesn't really matter. We'll just see how fast the Fluttermane is. Because it didn't boost to speed, my Spectria outspeeds most Choice Specs Fluttermane. But not all. There was the fake out, so Spiky Shield was optimal. And they are faster, so Spiky Shield was definitely optimal. However, this is not the worst, given that I can get the speed boost and KO the Fluttermane now. But that would also mean I cannot go for a Terra Water Blast into the Incineroar. So, obviously Spiky Shield would have been preferred there. But I will go for the KO into the Fluttermane and take it while I can. And I guess it's just a regular old Terra Blast. That'll be the strongest thing I can do. And I'm also going to go for it into the Fluttermane to cover a switch. So it would have been much better. Like, if they Flare Blitz me here, it didn't matter that I didn't Spiky Shield. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered if I didn't Spiky Shield, because I'd been KO'd regardless. So, this is still fine. Because I would assume they're just going to try and KO the Spectria or Parting Shot or something. But this is fine. Could be worse. If it's Parting Shot, then they can go for Fake Out and Trick Room with their Cresselia now, which would not be the most ideal. Although I can get a Snarl off, at least, with the Spectria. This will do okay damage. Well, that's chip. And it was just knockoffs. Yeah, like I keep my Ogerpon here. So this is not bad. And I think it should be Chien-Pao here, because if it's Cresselia, I can help out with the KO with the Sword of Ruin. It is just Ogerpon, though. So that's not the worst. And Ogerpon is definitely the bigger threat to my Primarina, so I'll go for that and this. And hopefully they don't Spiky Shield. They did. Shame I didn't Superpower. No, that just loses the game now, doesn't it? I was way too quick with that. I should have... Like, obviously the Ogerpon is the key Pokemon. Unless this KOs, it doesn't. Oh, it does! I made the right play. Nice. Should have more faith in my Chien-Pao. I guess I'm just so used to being intimidated. And what's the last? Can it save them? That cannot save them. So, this is an Ivy Cudgel here. And that's a KO. And this is an Ice Spinner here. Not quite a KO, but yes, that Terra on the Ogerpon was very nice. They clear, like I think maybe not going for Spike Shield there was better, because then it baited them not to target the Ogerpon.